Welcome to another Spreading the Gospel with your boy CEO the One. And today we're going to talk about how pain birth purpose. I definitely got to take you out to the scripture in which the Spirit has led me to. And that's Romans 8:28. And we all know that all things work together for the good of them that love God and to them who are called according to his purpose. And we want to know that despite of what we go through in life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, that all things work together for the good of those who love God. So, and who are called according to his purpose. But a lot of times we don't understand what our purpose is. So, if you don't know what your purpose is and you want to discover what your purpose is, I hope this video enlightens you or give you some guidance on what your purpose might be. And most of the time, where our purpose lies is where we endure the most pain, because we have to help someone get through what we have been through. So that will make it our purpose to help someone get through what we have been through. And God has showed me that doing what he has called me to do, and he has chosen me at a time as this so that I can break generational curses, bring in generational wealth, because I'm not just only breaking generational curses from my house, I'm also breaking a generational curse in yours as well. So, everything attached to me wins. So, that's just what it is, man. But what we got to understand is our purpose lies in where we have endured the most pain. So, like I said, I want to give y'all more of a testimony because we are overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. So, my testimony is, like again in my last video, it was, talking about the curse is broken, and I gave you a little testimony of what I've been through to break generational curses and how curses has been on me my whole life. But I want to give y'all understanding on, I had a hoop dream, to be one of the best players to ever play. And I think where I come from, I still hold that title. I still, since a youngin', like I said, at 14 years old, midgets division, someone took a jersey from me and gave it to someone else. And I went in the park and I was relentless to be the best, So I went in from 12 o'clock to 9 o'clock every day in the park. And I learned and worked on every aspect of my game so I can develop the skills that I had to be able to be one of the best scorers, And that next year, I was one of the best scorers, going 30, 40. And like I said, even scored 54 points in one game. So, but as I was growing, I had some great basketball players around me. I come from an era of there's nothing but basketball players around me. So, I started playing with Sean Bell, All Stars, which at the time was DDN, Sean Bell, that's them niggas. And he transformed me. So shout out to Ra, who's still one of the best street ball coaches to ever do it. I started with him in 2000, but when I knew my game developed to something different was when I dunked on my brother. And that was one of the greatest highlights I had. I dunked on my brother, and we was playing in the park, and he gave me, and we talking crap to each other, and he seen me dunk it, and he was like, "You ain't dunking on me." I was like, "I bet I dunk on you." So he's like, "All right, so you dunk on me, I'm gonna dunk on you." He goes first. I went for the block. He dunks it on me. I said, "Okay, it's my turn." So this time, when I went to go dunk it on him, he goes to try to foul me out the air. But this is body to body contact. And when I dunked it on him, it was hard and relentless. It's like I punched it in the rim. Boom! and he fell to the floor, and I'm hanging on the rim screaming, and everybody in the park seen it. They was like, "Wow, this is crazy!" But that was one of the greatest moments. And I had some other moments where I crossed over and uh, looked in the rim on a person one time and just threw the ball in. Monroe College at one of the practices, I caught one of the 6'8" dudes, but I didn't dunk it on him. But I threw the ball in over him. So I was looking in the rim at 5'9". You know what I'm saying? I had some abilities that was very, very great. So, being able to look back on the the game that I had, it led me into depression. You know what I'm saying, for many, many years, and then I transformed into going into filming. So just to give y'all a little bit of me, I'm a man of many talents. I do photography, I do videography, so I do my own videos, I record my own videos, I do my own graphic designing, and I do my own printing. So make sure y'all stay tuned for the Lion of Judah, the Lion of Judah wear that's about to release on the website. So this is one of the stuff I pressed up myself. So stay tuned for that spreading the gospel apparel collection. But like I said, I started filming, and when I started filming, it became another outlet to to creating, then pushing the basketball aside. So I started filming, and in 2009, I have BJ, who also is one of the best street ball players, but also played across seas for many years. And he's one of the best players from where we come from. We give good accolades to him because he has done certain things that a lot of people haven't done. You know, Graduated, took basketball to the professional level, and in 2009, he took me with them as they went and played for one of the best streetball tournaments in the world. It's an international streetball tournament in Paris called Quad 54, and it goes on every year, bringing all of the best teams from different countries, and we represented the USA as Sean Bell All Stars. So that was a great experience in 2009, and then we prolonged. We not prolonged. We extended. He gave me a 10-day extension in Paris where I filmed him vacationing, and I kind of enjoyed the vacation more than anything. We went to Switzerland, we went to Amsterdam, and we went to Paris. So that was the one of the greatest experience I experienced with BJ. Shout out to him, my big bro. He's still doing amazing things with the basketball. He has a son that's coming up, and he looks like he trained his son very well to be one of the best that's gonna come up too. So definitely shout out to BJ. And those were the times that showed me that I got other ways of when I was going through my depression in basketball, because basketball led me for many years not to be able to look at it, watch it. When I started filming it, I felt like at one point I should have been out there playing. So it even led me to some people like, yo, why you ain't out there, man? You should be out there. And every time I'm filming, and it's like, but I still found my way to enjoy it because I do still do videography for, I did it for Real Skills. My man Dion, he has Real Skills going on. He's also a coach, high school coach. Also did it for my man Cliff, my bro Cliff. He's still also, he has Canada. He's the GM and a pro coach in Canada. So, I'm around some basketball players, and that motivated me to continue still doing it without playing it. So those are great things to have when you have people around you that still can influence you in many ways without really having to touch the basketball. But in 2000, I had to learn as the Spirit came on me and told me, that I had to break a generational curse. But forgiveness is something I had to learn, and I had to go through, and the Spirit says, I want you to go to everyone who hurt you and leave it with them. So my first thing was I went to my mom and I told her, I was like, God told me to come to you, all the things that you did to me, to leave it with you. And some of the times you won't get the answer that you want. And the answer I got from her was, if you feel I hurted you, then I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, I'm leaving that with you. And I went to my brother, and I went to my brother about a lot of things that he did after he said he maybe transition from coming upstate. I get down here, he doesn't give me a job that he promised he was going to give me. But in due time, he also did a lot of things that showed me that he wasn't supportive of what I was doing. He always wanted me to be the little brother, which he's seen me. I have my own business, and many people have seen him help other people and not help me. And many people come to me like, yo, why your brother ain't helping you? And I'd be like, I don't know. But when I brought things to his attention, he was like, you still worrying about that? So that was another thing to let me know that these people are not going to apologize when they see they have done wrong to you. I went to my daughter's mother and I said, I see the generational curses that's on the same thing that my mother did to my father. I can see that you're now doing to me. My daughter, you turned my daughter against me. I can't even parent in my own house because if I said something to my daughter and she didn't agree, she would come and get her as if I did something wrong. So my daughter to this day doesn't really have much respect for me. So at this point, I let her live her life, you know. So then I seen my brother Terrell, and when I had when my sister-in-law death happened, and we took in her 2 kids. And in the process, none of my brothers even supported that whole situation. No one called me, no one said anything. So I seen Terrell and my oldest brother in the mall. And we had it out in the mall because, like I said, what's on my heart usually comes out my mouth. I don't hold on to anything. I don't have time to hold on to anything. If something is bothering me, I am going to approach the situation. So God had to show me that I had to heal in many areas of my life. And that's another story that I just want to show y'all. But to narrow it down, to let you understand that I found out that where my purpose lies is just doing the will of God. You know, after he had showed me all that I've been through after the 44 years of witchcraft being on me, I've learned to understand that this is my calling. This is my way of helping other people get through what I've been through, because it's major, it's bigger than me, it's bigger than my family, and other families has basically been through some of this as well. But most of the time, families like to hide it. So for a lot of urban communities and families that are black, they like to throw it under the rug. You know, they don't like to talk about it. They don't want to see it as that. But me, I am a person, I don't want to repeat the same things in which my mother and father went through. I want to go to the root of the problem, and I want to try to fix the problem. But I believe that's why God sent to me, because a lot of the times I realize that common sense is not so common, and that common sense is really a gift, because a lot of the times God gives me wisdom, and he said, call on, Jeremiah 33 is, call on me and I shall show you things you never knew. As you go into 1 John 2 and 27, and it says, let no man teach you but the utterance of the Holy Spirit, that what I teach you is no lie, but the truth. So I've learned that the Spirit will lead you and guide you to certain situations that not you will get knowledge of things that you don't even understand that you know. But you know what you know with no reading of a book, with no knowledge of it. Some of the times I would just know things and then get confirmation by reading the Bible, because the Spirit guides you and leads you. So the Spirit can guide you and lead you to things and without even reading things. So a lot, I mean, you can go to different, colleges to learn of the Bible and classes to learn of the Bible, but the Spirit can give you wisdom and guidance that no man can give you. And I understood that part. So a lot of times I have knowledge and understanding of things that the Spirit leads me to. And people will say, how do you know these things? How did you know that happened? How did you know this happened? How would you be able to move? And, but that's letting you understand that the Spirit is guiding me. And the Spirit said, I will guide you to all truth. And the Most High said, call on me and I will show you things that you never knew. So when I tell you that trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not into your own understanding is a real thing, man, because most of the time we're not trusting God with our whole heart. So what's happening is we are leaning on our own understanding. Because it says, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not unto your own understanding, but in all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path. But most of the time, we have an understanding that it didn't say trust the pastor with half and God the other half. It said with your whole heart, the Most High, and I will direct your path. So I want people to understand that the Spirit is guiding me and leading me into all truth. So this will let me understand what I'm doing is my purpose. And what I've been through my whole life is the pain that I have endured. So like I said, I want to show people and teach people and guide people to the truth of the gospel, because it breaks a lot of things and sins off your life, curses. You come into the Abrahamic covenant where the blessings was given to all nations and the promises of God. So I am in a season where I'm going to walk into my promised land. And that can happen by just being obedient. And what we fail to realize that obedience is better than sacrifice. They say that, but what I want y'all to understand is everything requires sacrifice through your obedience. Because you got to take some things, you got to put some things aside when it's time to be obedient. And that means sacrificing a lot of things that you're not ready to sacrifice. First, it's changing within. Then it's changing the world around you. That's why it says we're in the world. We're not in the world, but we're not of the world. Right? And then you have to change and get rid of some people around you. So, to give y'all understanding that pain, birth, purpose. So wherever you have endured the most pain is where your purpose lies. So if you don't know where your purpose at, just dig deep and look at yourself, self-evaluation, learn forgiveness, understand what it is to grow spiritually, because it definitely requires some self-evaluation and understand that pain is where your purpose lies. So I hope this has helped you. Make sure that you comment down below that I am walking into my purpose. Now that I know I am walking into my purpose. Comment down below, I am walking into my purpose. And share this, like it. And stay tuned for the next video. Stay blessed. God bless. Love you.